Hey guys, I'm gonna get us switched on into this game as they are getting started with picks and bans. Hope you guys are enjoying the day, enjoyed the quick break. I'm gonna get us switched over right now. For those of you just tuning in, this is the Curse versus Snipe semifinals match for the HiRez NA Tournament 2, and they have just gotten underway with this. As the first ban comes out, we saw a very quick ban coming out from Curse. They did not even bat an eye on this one. It was done before I even got a chance to finish typing it. Sobek being banned out very, very quickly. In response to that from Snipe, they don't want this being a first pick. They banned out Apollo, being one of the very strong ranged AD carries right now. Taking a look at the next ban coming out, expected. It was one of the biggest bans the entirety of last weekend. We saw Thor being banned out. Second ban coming out from Snipe is an understandable one to say the least. We saw a Bacchus ban come out. First pick on Curse. They're playing into the meta of the day. Odin being the first pick, very, very understandable. I'm curious to see what gods they're going to throw into the mix of this one, though. Just with how picks and bans have gone. Taking a look at the first two pickups that we saw coming out from Snipe. Anher and Ymir being banned out there. Or picked up, sorry, not banned out.
You know, Ymir, though, he's strong. Gotta love
He is
him.
indeed very strong.
Damn, we lose a viewer when I show my face. That's not fair.
Not
You didn't even get to
bad.
see it all. This is a good side.
And
Gosh.
I unhid you to the bad side. I'm so sorry. Couldn't
Jeez.
control that one. So, next two pickups we see coming out from Curse, they have locked him in. Freya and Hebo. The best with the Hebo making his return
Oh.
trip.
He's strong. He's strong. He's comfortable. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like he's playing against a scrub team. They're going against, you know what I
This is
mean, a
true.
very strong team. So you want to be on your A game.
Next two we see coming out, Guan Yu and Neith. Omega probably going to be running that Neith. He's
I
been
would think
playing the
so.
ranged carries, and he's been playing a very, very nasty Neith in these tournaments lately. He's really been making her look good. As the final pickups on Curse, we see coming out Shibalanke and Hades. Playing into kind of a
Strong.
bluish trend with these gods. Um, and then the final pickup that we saw coming out from Snipe, Agni. So both of these teams, very, very strong comps. I mean, there is only one question in my mind, and that is the D's. Will it benefit them,
Yes.
or will having a bruise, not having a bruiser hurt them? Do you think? I mean,
I
looking
don't think
at
it's going
looking
to.
at Curse though, they've got Freya instead of a bruiser, so they've got a lot of options. I'm interested. It's going to be a very, very exciting match, I'd say.
Yeah, I think this is definitely going to be a really good matchup. They're bringing the A game. I mean, this is,
Yeah.
semifinals week two. I mean, you want to be going to the finals. You want to take home that $750. You know what I mean? Like that's
Oh yeah.
not too shabby. Definitely not too shabby. Damn though, this tournament. I mean, we're already at the semifinals and it's 220? What?
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 That management though, I major props to Blake. He's
Blake,
doing a
Blake.
amazing job.
I think that man deserves a cupcake. Okay, so we need to get on that.
You owe me a cupcake.
You're too far away for cupcakes. Gotta fix. I'm going on black today, with the white shirt, of course. My little Johnny Cash tribute, if you will.
No hate there, none at all.
Yeah, Wi-Fi could definitely be like that, especially depending on how thick your walls are, or if you use like there's like metal beams in your walls. That'll definitely soak up some of that, and it can make you lag. You know what I mean? Faux shizzle my nizzle. But I'm glad that you're here. You're
You did
watching this, and
not just
now I
faux
can do
shizzle, yo
this.
nizzle.
I could do this and it doesn't lag. You know what I mean? Isn't that exciting? I'm excited. I am very excited. And I had a vision last night of a new picks and ban screen, and let's just say, whew,
I'm
it's gonna
excited. I have no idea
be
what he's talking about.
hotness. I'm thinking 3D models, baby.
3D?
3D.
See?
Moving.
Ruling, and
Yeah.
I am going to hit save really quickly, and I'm going to slide my chair back, and I'm going to throw my hands up in the air. And I'm going to wave them like I just don't care.
Does something that's absolutely crazy. It's just Santa, everybody.
I don't even know how to respond, my good sir, to the amazing work that you have put into all of this, honestly.
Oh, this is the beginning, baby. You know that. I mean,
I know it is. I know it is, and it's beautiful.
We have things that are coming that are going to shock and amaze you. Some of you may cry, and that's okay.
I will cry on stream when I see them, because I might wait and refresh it the day of. Wink.
You know what, though? I think we need to add in Fenrir instead of Hero right there.
I could agree with that. Should we do it live?
Yeah, we should do it live.
Are we doing it live? We're doing it live.
Doing it live.
Doing it live. I have to go dig up the file. Oh, too slow, my good sir.
Slow.
For the next one.
Yeah, we'll have to do it next time.
Oh, well. It's still an attractive scene of that man surfing.
Going walking. Sometimes I get a good feeling. Yeah.
You get a good feeling. I can't think of the song. You know what I'm thinking of? You know that song.
Oh yeah, that's why I did it, because I
feeling.
Yeah, I get a feeling that I never had before. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I was going to be a rapper, I'd be 52 cents and a goddamn nickel. That would be my name.
52 cents and a goddamn nickel. So taking a look at the builds we've got going here, they're Guan Yu on Snipe. 5/5, a starting item, and the girdle. Ymir did have a ward. He did have a very aggressive ward, but he's got extra gold. Is he going to recall? Yes, he will. Going to go ahead and back out, try and pick up a little extra with that.
Those mana pods.
So the other big thing that I want to take a look at here, if you look, KO hiding here, looking. Last time we saw a very, very early invade of blue buff, steal of blue buff, and a couple big plays coming out from Snipe. Their repertoire of surprise attacks has never ceased to amaze me. So I'm hoping we're going to see something exciting come out this match with an early invade.
As dropping those knowledge bombs, rooting for the team that wins. Very clever. I see what you did there.
I could not have expected that.
Seeing that pretty standard meta right now. Except, Ymir and Anhur going right for that speed. I wonder if they're going to go for the CDR. They did pop their hog right there, so.
I can imagine that we might see them double buff unless they are running up to try and invade this. And yes, they will in fact be. I don't want to miss a minute of this action. They are looking to do something dirty here, I think.
Oh, this could be dirty. They're waiting. They're waiting. They're going.
We see Curse chaining this out. Anhur and Ymir are going to take this over. They've got the early damage that Curse cannot output. And they will, in fact, be stealing this blue buff almost uncontested. I mean, really? Curse watched but could not do a thing. That will deny a very large amount of farm. And Anhur already going to be hitting 2 as he gets into lane. Hades did blink on Neath. Neath got out of that before he stomped, though. So, massive play by the Ymir Anhur combo. He will land his freeze onto the Odin and land that Ice Shard Carpet, but will not be able to do too much damage. Freya going to get catapulted with that Anhur's pounce and land in her tower safe and secure.
Hebro has Agni underneath that tower. They're going to start pushing up now to that next wave, but definitely Hebro taking kind of control of this lane right now. Agni going to use his flame dash to get out of a little bit of a 3 to knock him up just for a little bit of damage. He's going to pop a health pot, and that flame wave is going to take care of the rest of those arrow minions there. So kind of just keeping him under that tower. The best doing a really good job on his mana too, not really burning through a lot.
Guan Yu taking a large chunk of damage with the Shibalanke's auto attacks and his poison dart dash combo, really bringing his health down. In this left lane, though, on her already level 4, remainder of the 3 people in this lane, level 3, just now getting towards that 4 area. But that early steal denied so much EXP from Curse that they are going to have a tough time coming back from this one.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's really pushed them back, into that tower, too. So it's, it stinks for the early game, but, they got Freya, so they're going to be putting out tons of damage if they play it right a little bit into the mid-game, late game.
Ebo, level 5, going to start recalling. I can't tell if he's trying to bait this Agni or not. Agni going to go ahead and use his Flame Dash and the Wall of Flames to clear that wave, and going to recall out himself here.
Freya was pretty hard on that left lane, got caught by a freeze, and then a couple auto attacks from Ymir brought her down to about 20%. She's going to get out of that under the safety of that tier 1 tower on the left side of your mini-map. So seeing really strong plays right now by that Ymir. It was a really beautiful wall just to keep her there right in place, and then that freeze just to let on her come up and do as much work as he possibly could.
In right lane, just now dinging up to 5. Hades and Shibalanke both going to go ahead and recall out. Let the Guan Yu Neath comp catch up, get to 5 themselves. And these guys are going to go ahead and, for the most part, reset their lanes. Ymir on her taking this cooldown buff, extending their lead in gold just a little bit more. Odin and Freya not even being level 5 yet. Ymir and on her both looking towards 6 now.
Yeah. They're definitely getting a little bit behind. I mean, they're definitely going to hit 5 now, being on her and Ymir out of lane, so they're trying to just deny them as much experience, letting the minions just fight it out, really just stalling that lane. So, they're doing work right now. They're doing exactly what needs to be done to kind of get themselves back up there. On her pushing back in the lane as Ymir is coming through the jungle. Seeing just the lanes reset a little bit. Those buffs are going to be up here in about 10 seconds or less.
Ethan Guan Yu very quickly rotating over to grab this buff. Neath will ult the Poseidon. Poseidon being forced to use his crushing waves to escape the Agni's Meteor Noxious Fumes combo. He will return to tower as these guys rotate in, and Neath does in fact secure that red buff. Freya rotating over, taking the red buff, going to solo it and let, I believe, he both secure the kill onto it, get them some extra EXP. As Agni attempts to meteor over the wall, will miss that buff, however. They had it pulled out enough knowing that it was coming.
Freya did get that. Hebrew is back in the lane. Shablanc and Hades going for that speed buff, going to just kind of quickly grab that, get back in the lane as well. So, Freya and Odin kind of coming back. Odin hitting that 6. Freya not too far behind. Looks like they're denying that blue buff again. They're going to actually let this reset, it looks like. As Odin was on the other side, they could have been pinched in there. Hog is going to be done by Ymir, and it's going to be too late.
Shibalanke rotating over, taking a decent amount of damage, getting stunned by that Agni's Noxious Fumes. He will go ahead and pop as 1 as they try and secure the kill onto the Ymir. And we will see Freya drawing first blood there, picking up that kill on her out of mana, being forced to retreat, stall for time for his mana buff to regen him. He will, in fact, let that one go, though. Hebo starting to push up mid in the meantime while Agni was over ganking.
Definitely needed by Freya to pick up that kill, putting her higher up on that. Scorpion now sitting at 3k, still only level 6, but now that lane's clear a little bit, they're going to have, that one nice wave all to themselves, that second wave coming, but on her is coming back into lane. Hades going to back to that home base as Shablanc going into jungle. Everyone just kind of resetting a little bit, doing their things. 2 minutes until the buffs are back up a little bit more than. So they definitely want to play it safe right now. I mean, 1-0 in favor of Curse, really strong pickup. I mean, its left lane was definitely down and out for a little while, and that's exactly what Freya needed to kind of put her back
Get
up.
them back in the game, yeah, no doubt.
Sure. I mean, yeah, On Her still has that 2-level advantage, which, and ability-wise, is big. You know what I mean? It's huge. But Freya can be strong too. That pulse. Ymir kind
Ebo
of
and Agni
over here.
trading blows in mid. On Her looking to leap through and try and initiate something with this one. He's there. He's at the wall. His pounce is keyed up and ready to go. He's just waiting for the Agni to give him the go-ahead. Agni gonna focusing a lot of damage. Rushing waves coming out from the Hebo. Meteor from the Agni will miss the Hebo. Ult from the Xbalanque will stall them as all 5 of Snipe group up mid to start pushing this middle tower. They did force Hebo out of it very quickly. Xbalanque and Hebo now doing what they can to hold it. Taking a decent amount of damage. It's down about 10%, I'd say. And we see Odin rotating over, also trying to get into this fight. Freya and Hades taking the time to split push, showing why going all mid is a very risky play. Freya did a great job clearing up some of those waves. Hades already damaging that first tier right tower, evening up the damage that they took to that middle tower and then surpassing it a little, in fact. So very effective split push from these guys as they had 3 of them hold off the 5 in mid.
Oh yeah, very nice. Very, very strong. That gold lead, sitting at about 800 gold in favor of Curse right now. Still 1-0, so, Snipe doing they're keeping the buffs up. They're keeping their gold. They're keeping that, gold per minute, just doing what they do. On Her and Ymir taking that cooldown reduction buff as Hog has popped as well. Not seeing crazy wards in front of Gold Fury yet. We are at 8.5 minutes, so I suspect that in about 4 minutes we'll start seeing that vision needed over there for sure.
You spoke too soon, my good sir. We do see Odin dropping the first ward onto it.
I always do. It's like they just read my mind, basically.
Indeed they do. Indeed they do.
They just know. They know what I want. Other than that, we're just kind of seeing some trade backs, a little bit of red being picked up by Neith and Guan Yu. Are going to get picked up by that ward as they rotate over to the blue. In the middle, Hebrew and Agni just kind of doing what, going back and forth, taking care of mini waves as fast as they can, seeing whoever can push up a little bit more. Ymir going to be doing some counter warding in front of this Gold Fury, and Freya is coming back over to... She doesn't have any wards, so to do nothing. So she's basically just caught trying to get this red right now, just in complete view of Snipe. They know exactly what is going on for sure up there.
Agni could easily try and land a meteor to secure that. I don't think he's going to try just because he doesn't want to get caught. Odin being in the jungle, pretty exposed. And we do see Curse landing a ward there to regain their vision.
Definitely needed. I mean, it's still got that one in front of red, so really strong. On that Neithel coming out onto the Hebo, Nacho Fumes and the Flame Wave, plus the, just a lot of damage came out there. That'll be enough to secure the kill onto Hebo, making it 1-1. Goldie still in favor of Curse, but it's only about 300 now, so they're coming back from this for sure. You have 3 members of Snipe in that middle lane looking to do a lot of damage on this middle tower. Xbalanque is rotating over from behind as Guan Yu as well. Pillar Stan's going to come out, keeping him behind. Blink was used by Ymir and the Freeze, but did miss as Xbalanque did dash away. Freya, now underneath that tier 1 tower in mid, is going to be pushing back using that pulse, and Odin rotating over as well. So this fight is going to break up, reset, and all that gorgeous, beautiful stuff.
Now, the interesting thing, just taking a look at builds, one person this game has not gotten those starting items that have become so trend within the meta for the competitive play right now, and that would be Hebo. Starting out, rank 2 boots, going straight into the Bancroft talent.
Yeah, definitely, usually... I think he might need the speed right now. I mean, they're definitely, using that Neithel, trying to just gank him surprisingly a lot. So having that little bit extra speed is definitely going to help him.
It is almost a sign of respect that they are as determined as they are to keep this Hebo down.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. And, he is going that... Oof. He's got beads, too, so it's not too long before he is going to be doing a whole poop ton of damage every 120 seconds.
That is a very, very true fact, especially with how Hebo's cooldowns are. It will be pulling almost everything off of cooldown for him.
Thank you, everyone, so far for hanging out with us. I'm going to post that in the chat room if you can. Just click on that, show some love. Trying to figure ways of, bringing more people in here so you can enjoy it as well, because we love entertaining and bringing you the goodness that is Smite every weekend. Honor going to jump in as well as the Neath ult. Hebro is going to ult through that, but still gets stunned, and Agni Noxus is going to keep him there, and looks like Agni will pick up the kill onto Hebro yet again, so really doing a solid job of just keeping him down, really. I mean, Neath ult is specifically used for Hebro every single time right now, and I'm loving it.
It's been focused his way every time. We did see Hades getting picked up by, I believe it was the Ymir there.
Mm-hmm. You are correct in that, sir. Neath and Guan pushing this lane a little bit now with Ymir. Looks like they're going to back off, let Ymir teleport back to home base, probably return to lane as Frey is holding down this middle lane against the Agni. We're definitely seeing that rotation, that tier 1 tower in the center lane on the curse side, very, very low, sitting at about 15 to 20%. So, really good rotation by a few, and about 15 seconds, that thing's going to fall. We should see buffs up here with probably about a minute or less, I think, because the blue just came up. It looks like Hebro rotating left is going to get caught by that Pillar of Sounds. The Impale did miss there, and they're going to kind of rotate over into lane here. So Hebro holding down the left here for a second. Trying to just, it's a different rotation by him just because that middle's just so low. You know what I mean? We do see Odin and Frey as well, but Ymir is coming back to lane, so they're definitely going to have to reset this and get him back into his lane. I mean,
Hades rotating over mid to hold lane against this Agni. Wait for Hebo to get back over. Agni was determined to push up there for a second and try and take that tower.
Oh yeah, sneaky. Tons of focus on Hebo's game. But rightfully so. I mean, it might be a case where the best kind of just wants that more rotation over to left to keep him away from the public eye, so that way that Neath ult isn't constantly finding him every, 110 seconds or whatever it is, I think.
I believe it's closer to 80 seconds towards endgame. Definitely is not forgiving, that is for sure.
No. Frey with that red buff over by blue, going to pick that up. Really, really good pickup, as you know, for that. Pretty standard now for her. Hebo back in that middle lane against that Agni as Shablanc and Hades picking up that cooldown buff. Going to head into lane. Guan Yu and Neath are there to meet them. Going to do a little Tower of Assault onto Hades as Hades uses the death from below to get out of that situation. And Shablanc's going to rotate back away from this. Ymir doing some solid rotating right now as well. Looking for any gank possibilities that he can get. I mean, he's confused right now. He's just running in circles like, I don't know if I should go this way or that way.
Doesn't know where he wants to find himself at the moment. So will be dropping his counter ward over in front of Fire Giant. Right now, we do see the Vision in control by Curse at the Gold Fury. Odin in lane being picked up by the creeps right now, so they know Odin's nowhere near contesting him, and it looks like these guys might be getting ready to try and group up. I mean, it's now the 15-minute, 30-second mark, so I have a feeling pretty soon we are going to see them looking towards some sort of Gold Fury.
Completely agree. I mean, we're definitely coming upon that Gold Fury time. The big, showdown by the ferry, if you will. Showdown by the ferry. Premiering live every Wednesday night.
I hope you have fun with that one, because I will not.
Curse having that ward there, really, really good for them. Still, Neath ult coming onto that Hebro, as well as the Noxious Flames. He will Aegis through it. And Hades going to come in to save the day, as well as Shablanc ult is going to force that Agni to back away from this. Hades just ensuring that Agni does not turn around for any sort of craziness, as Hebo will back to that home base. So, Hebro getting caught out every single time that Neath ult, they know that's what needs to happen to take him down. And they are definitely abusing and using that, and I love it.
need that early stun initiation, and I mean, you could see as a response, full or level 2 Aegis, level 2 beats coming out from that Hebo.
And oh, how the lanes just reset. Ymir still confused. I feel like he's George of Mice and Men, just not really sure where to go or what to do. Doesn't want to kill any kittens. Yeah, that's right. I can read.
I didn't know you could, honestly.
Not many people did. Ymir just gonna hold down that middle lane. You know, it's the resetting. It's that Smite reset, if you will. And he's gonna use her backflip as well. Just put a broken weave out there. Guan Yu and Hades trying to do work, just doing work, anything that they can, basically at this point. Tower-wise, really just that tier 1 center tower on the Curse side is really the only thing that is sure to fall probably first, I would think, unless there's some crazy push up in a lane somewhere. And I'm surprised, almost, 18 minutes, we're still not seeing that grouping in front of Fire Giant. I mean, I did realize we're at semifinals, week 2, HiRez NA tournament. You know what I mean? You want to take home that $750, so you want to make sure that you have a team plan and you're doing it by the book.
No one's gone for Fire Giant, Gold Fury. Nothing's been even like looked at so much as these teams are just placing wards and fighting in lane. 1 and 3 in favor of Snipe now. 31k in their advantage. They have 1.1k up on Curse.
Just that, resetting of all the goodness. Odin and Hebrew taking that red. Hebrew gonna go back into the lane. It's farm time right now. I mean, Snipe is up 3-1, so that Curse wants to make sure that they can stay up there with gold, and they're only 800-900 down. So I mean, that's not crazy. I mean, definitely one good Gold Fury is gonna solve that problem.
Agni will try and land the Meteor Noxious Fiends combos on her leaps over the wall. Odin will lock the Agni in with the Ring of Spears. Agni Aegising in it. Hades using his ultimate as Agni dashes out. Guan Yu using his Tactician's advantage, trying to get a stun out there. Neath ult will stun the Hades as Hades retreats. Hebo will be able to land a Water Spout. Will back off, though, as Ymir rotates in. And we do see Xbalanque running up into the jungle to secure the kill onto that Agni, giving them a extra couple hundred gold and one more kill under their belt, evening the game up just a little bit. Still in favor of Snipe here, but it just got that much closer. Now, 20 minutes into this match almost, and these teams are dead even almost.
Oh yeah.
Hebo going to use his spout to try and deny the Guan Yu from recalling. Will move up and continue trying to stop the Guan Yu, slow him down, and really just keep him out of the fight later. I mean, that's his goal in the end. He's going to keep stopping him from recalling as long as possible.
I mean, you got to hand it to Snipe. I mean, it's not every day you see the best not out farming someone in mid. You know what I mean? That
is also true. He is down 3 kills. The 2 kills that we have seen the Agni securing are very, very crucial to that, I would say. Gold Fury now at half health as these teams really focus it down. And we will, in fact, see Curse picking up the first Gold Fury of the game 20 minutes, 20 seconds into this match. They took 1 kill, and that's what they ran with. It was a matter of time till the teams had that kill, and that's when they decided to go for it.
Definitely needed to happen. It's going to put them up in that gold lead now, about 800 gold. So right now, it's anyone's game. I mean, this is a solid, close game right here. You're seeing Smite, top teams playing this. I mean,
yeah,
exactly what needs to happen. Xbalanque taking that cooldown buff by himself. He's a big boy now.
It took 20 minutes to get there.
Put on his big boy pants.
Taking a look at these levels, Hebo level 17, Xbalanque level 15, Hades level 16, and the rest of the team level 14. In comparison to Snipe, Ymir only level 13, although Neath being level 16, so they've had about the total of levels remain the same, but their Ymir a little down in this match. Taking a look at the builds, very standard builds. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Hebo's starting to build his Spear of the Magus. Hades going straight into that bubble as Odin builds Hide, so they're getting this reflect damage out for the ranged AD carries, which that's really the risky thing. That's Snipe's pushing power right there.
Yeah, and that's very true. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, that Hide, oh, it looks like Ymir did blink in, and did a good freak. Will use his blink to rage cage out, and the Hades ult coming in, doing that damage. No one's going to get picked up there. Ymir running away with silence and fear. The Hog was used on those minions, the dash from Shablanc as well. But, you know, tons of damage, but Ymir's going to get out back to that home base. Guan Yu took a little bit of damage there, but Nice said, I'm not doing it. And just kind of stayed out of that, just trying to get any attacks. Odin's going to use a shout there as they back off of this. So, you know, it's that, let's see what we can do, and let's get out as fast as we can. Middle lane might be going down here. Agni, nope, Hero does come into lane right at the right time, but I think this might go down.
Nope. Still
my gosh, that's like 1%.
Next to no health.
That is 1%. That has to be. You could literally just wind could blow that thing over. Just some good old wind. Seeing a nice technical discussion on laptops in the chat room, because everyone loves a good technical discussion. Hero taking that red buff on his side, respectively. That Gold Fury, though, definitely is what Curse needed. You know, still keeping up in that gold. So it's a beautiful thing to see. We're seeing such a close game. Ymir just really just rotating all around. Gonna use his blink there and the freeze and the Neath ult, but Hero had the beads, knew exactly what he needed to do. Shablanc ult will come out to kind of zone away that Agni and Ymir there. So the best doing literally the best he can do, because they are really focused in this game. I mean, if there is one person that they want to kill, it is that man. I think he might have done something to him.
Freya getting stunned by the Noxious Fume Meteor combo. Very quick to get that out there. Hebo looking a little low on mana for this fight. Not backing out still.
I mean, I'm definitely low. Might just be trying to bait something out, though. Definitely might be. I mean, he is going that Aegis beat. So, you mean, if that's any indication of how much he's getting beat up this game, I think that is huge. And only having 2 deaths, and I couldn't even, I mean, at least 5 attempts on his life.
Yeah, he's done a great job to avoid a lot of that. His using his ult very defensively, however, and that's, I think, been costing him. He's been deprived of kills this game, and that's not something that you see coming out from him often. I mean, everyone in the community jokes that he's a feeder, but when it boils down to it at the end of the day, he's usually fed, to say the least, and that's the really surprising thing, is that he's 0-2 right now with his best god.
But, you know, one thing I want to point out, back to being top gold earner. Oh, just lost that because of the tower, but was ahead of Agni before they took the tower there.
Very true.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, he's coming back, without a doubt.
He is the man to be in mid, although New Jersey Nick doing an amazing job for someone that's really come onto the scene as Snipe is formed, I mean, in terms of the top competitive players, and really doing a great job to keep up with the best. I mean, the best made a name for himself. He set himself light years ahead of the competition, and yet we're really seeing him, like, New Jersey Nick contest his name.
Oh, yeah. I mean, New Jersey Nick is solid, though. We've talked about Poseidon play. I mean, he's got a great Poseidon. He's got a great Hell. You know what I mean? His Hell is scary. Which is weird. I thought, I would think he'd almost want to go for Hell. You know what I mean? Like,
counter out Hebo, Agni is definitely the best bet. They're a very even comp. And Hebo going to go ahead and get in here as they go for this Gold Fury. He knows they're doing it. Going to try and get a higher angle of this one. And we will see it just about down to, I would say, 20% here. Guan Yu ult going to come out as Aegis comes out from Hebo. Hebo just unable to catch it. We will see Snipe picking up this Gold Fury, and Hades ult just too late to catch any of them. Odin ult caught a couple of them into it, but they leaped out. Odin going to be forced to use his leap as the Neath roots him in with her Spirit Arrow.
Oh, that Hebo. Didn't even have a chance to move.
No, he did not. He popped Aegis and died before it
And
finished.
yeah. Just no way getting out of that. I mean, that definitely put up Snipe, a good solid 2K now. You know what I mean? So it's what they need is seeing some counter warding in front of Fire Giant as Neath goes back into that right lane on your mini map. Tower-wise, that middle tier 1 tower fell, as you know, so it just feels close. It feels close right now. It definitely does feel close. I mean, I still feel like Curse really has a chance in this. Snipe is starting to gain some momentum. I feel like their team
we've seen Curse turn it around. We've seen Snipe fall behind, but we've also seen Snipe have these amazing games where they take a little lead and they make it go for miles.
Oh yeah, for miles and miles.
But it is now 27 minutes into this game, 2-4 in favor of Snipe. Snipe up by just over 2K, roughly 2.4K gold right now.
Mm-hmm. That middle tier 1 tower on the Snipe side, once again, it's got to be at 2%. You know what I mean? So I think just a nice strong push from them. You are going to see a lot of action on the left side of your lane. 3 members of Snipe against this Odin. Going to push in, try and knock this down. So sitting at 10, it Death surely will fall as they retreat from this. Hades coming in though. Going to use Death mode to get out of that. Tower of Assault coming out from Guan Yu, but I'm not anything else. It just seems like, okay, the Rage Cage coming out, and the Hades ult as well, the Honor ult coming out, and looks like Agni's going to use his Flame Dash to get through that. Guan Yu will pick up the kill onto Hades. Agni's going to kill Odin there, and Honor picking up Hebro. Oh, wow, that is a massacre. Freya dropping 8-2. That was a complete massacre right there.
No doubt it was, and Neath, full health, going to go ahead and steal this red buff from these guys. Just want to quickly rotate over, get a good vision of this. It looks like they have a freaking light show going on over here with wards. I see one ward, one Neath spot. It looks like another ward. There's another Neath spot laying on the ground here somewhere. I mean, these things are everywhere right now. And that will be Snipe going ahead and starting up this Fire Giant. Xbalanque is alive. He's just holding lane. I think he's going to go ahead and let him have it.
At this point, they really don't have a choice.
I think even attempting a big save would be too much with how much CC these teams have.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, this is going to be a really big push from Snipe right here. Going to take care of this right tier 1 tower, Ymir. And looks like, I think we're going to see a nice, really big push. On her in mid, though, might get caught out with Odin and Xbalanque kind of rotating up. He's going to drop his pillar, stand there, start backing up, trying to land some auto attacks. Shadow Q and KO are getting rid of those minions. Looks like he's going to rotate around back into mid again. But Odin and Xbalanque heading over to that right lane, trying to save that tier 2 tower. But it is surely to fall just with that Fire Giant and the pure butter melting power of that team right now.
It has been an exciting day for these two teams. I've enjoyed watching Curse really returning, but I think it's looking like this might be Snipe's game here with how far ahead they are right now.
They're definitely ahead. I mean, 10K, you know what I mean?
It was like nothing, too. It was 4 kills, a Gold Fury, and Fire Giant, and that's a 10K lead for him instantly. It was tied up not even 5 minutes ago.
And 2 towers. 3 towers.
That is true. They did pick up 3 towers in that, and that was where a lot of it came from.
And that Phoenix, they're going to start to attack that now. Frey got caught out with able to Rage Cage. Is going to come out with Ymir and Guan Yu trapped inside, trying to do anything you can. With Hades drop his ult, and Guan Yu going to drop his ult, but Hades just dropped Aegis there. They're going to back up his on her. Is going to use his ult, and Freya using her ult to kind of push him back as well. So they're going to back off from this fight. Got to say, really solid job by Curse.
Freya barely missing that Guan Yu kill. I mean, he had maybe 50 health by the end of it all. They are going to go ahead, and rather than recall, it looks like they might try and re-engage this fight.
Someone needed to be sneaky, come around for that Guan Yu. Guan Yu is going to back as well on her, so Fire Giant doesn't have too much longer, I think.
That one randomly placed ward coming out from the
Oh, well, yeah.
crew at Snipe. Very, very strong for the placement, though. It will hand them a very nice amount of vision. See if I could get a good view of it. So that vision that it grants them is fairly into the general area of these guys' home base, and we will see them actually grouping up for this Gold Fury.
Pon has not returned to competitive yet, but he's still a Curse player. He had finals, I guess, this week, and
Yeah, he was on their roster, however, for today, though.
yeah. I just think, sometimes you gotta take a little you know what I mean? It's not bad. Snipe is gonna pick up that goal for you there, uncontested. Freya was able to pick up the blue, will get caught by the pillar fans there. Hero trying to land it through there, will miss on her, trying to do a little bit of work on this tower. They're gonna start pushing it up a little bit. Gold Fury, Fire Giant has to be almost done, I would think within the minute. The last tower does fall for Curse, so now it's a game of the Phoenixes and that beautiful large Minotaur man. I wish he would sing to me.
Mere Blink will be able to land that freeze. Hebo gonna quickly beads out of that. Aegis coming out from the Freya. She will jump up into her ult as the need ult will secure the kill onto her. Xbalanque gonna try and dash back into that fight. Will not be able to secure any kills with that dash, however. Hebo gracefully dodged that Ymir freeze before, almost got picked up with the Freya. Freya's speeds were most likely on cooldown for that fight, though. Is now 2-9 in favor of Snipe, 62 to 48k gold. This is a very large lead for them, and they should be able to take a Fire Giant in the process here, with only 4 of Curse being up and their tanks being left to defend. They need a big play. They need to steal this Fire Giant, which means they need Hades ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
We will see the counter ward coming out from Snipe as they prepare for this fight. Just taking a look really quickly on her build. Very standard, nothing too out of the ordinary. Xbalanque going a technically 3rd item Deathbringer is an interesting play on him. I can't see it being the best pickup there, though.
Especially in their current situation. He is 1-0, so it's not like he's been caught out, but still, for what's going on all around, I would think a different pickup might work better for him.
Snipe picking up that Fire Giant in less than a few seconds. It was like nothing. Ymir Wall actually did a lot of damage to their team. They missed a couple kills in the process of it. Hades running for his life will get picked up by an auto attack from on her.
Hebrew had nowhere to go. They are now going to push this middle Phoenix for sure. Definitely rotate on over to that right side of your mini-map, or we're going to see something crazy. It's going straight on in. Stan's going to come out. Frey's going to go into her ult, doing a little bit of damage, but really nothing considerable on any of these teams. Start attacking this Minotaur, sitting at about 90%. Honor's going to jump out. Some stuns come out from the Xbalanque ult. Guan is going to heal. Beautiful Guan.
The one thing I did want to point out, Odin made sure to use his shout to buff up the Minotaur so it would attack faster, and you could see how low that Ymir wound up getting because of that. It dragged him straight down, and that was pretty rough for him.
And there you go. Snipe is going to take that 11-2, 33 minutes and 39 seconds into the game. I love you, Curse. You guys definitely did work. I love you. That's the end of it. Damage-wise, Shing, 14k. New Jersey Nick dropping out that 20k. I think just, Hebrew getting constantly harassed throughout that whole entire game. Look, he only able to do 6.5k damage.
Really got focus fired, which was a big play by them.
Odin almost did more damage than him, and that is not like You know what I mean? The best. So
Nah.
that could be the ultimate counter to a great mid player. Is just never let him do anything. Just constantly harass him with Neath.
Debo's focus just really, really devastating to him this game. Basically removed one player. I mean, they looked at it. They said he's the lightest person on their team. We can burn through him like it's nothing. He's about as tanky as wet tissue paper is. And they capitalized on that, and they did a very, very good, strong job of doing so there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, whew, just looking at all the goodness just all around. I mean, it's definitely just Snipe just kind of ran with that at the end there.
Yeah, they got a small lead, and it just goes to show that teams can be dead even for half an hour, and then a 5 minute fight can change everything.
Everything. And that it did. And that it did, my friend. And that it did. Let's take a look at the beautiful tournament. So let's see. Root Gaming versus Attack Fire Giant. So we're waiting on that. Let's check out the old Smite game.